Welcome back to another edition of Jefes World. I'm your boy Jefe, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. Yes, January 6th, Monday night is officially moving to Netflix in one of the most anticipated and one of the most biggest events in probably company history. This is going to be huge. A 3 hour event jam packed with nothing but success. We got the Bloodline, we got Seth, we got CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Cody Rhodes, main event Jay, Drew. We got Travis Scott in the building to kick off Monday night with his music, which will be the official Monday Night Raw music going forward. So shout out Travis Scott, man. You're doing your thing. Definitely up there in the stratosphere at this point in your career. So keep doing your thing, man. Keep grinding. Don't stop. The grind don't stop. As you know, 2025, we out here. We getting it. But I want to kick off, man, with the Bloodline and Roman Reigns because that is one of my favorite stories, and I know that is definitely going to be one of the biggest stories going into the new year. Roman Reigns will be wrestling on Monday Night Raw for the first time since he faced the Street Profits and who none other than Matt Riddle. Yeah, I said Matt Riddle. Where is your boy? Where is bro? Who knows? But what I do know is Roman Reigns will be facing Solo Sikoa for the Ula Fala on Monday Night Raw, and you can guarantee we are definitely going to see some um, other Bloodline members interfere in this match. I'm curious to see if Jay Uso will interfere in this match, mainly because he is also fighting on this card against Drew McIntyre. I know we saw Jimmy get taken out by Drew. We saw Sammy get taken out by Drew. So does Roman Reigns really have any backup? Will we see The Rock interfere in this match? Um, I'm sure Jacob will be there. Um, so, and the other Tonga brother, it'll be a very interesting match. We'll definitely see some Jacob in the back with his hands like this. I love you, Solo. Yes, we do. We love you, Solo. But Roman Reigns is still number one, the tribal chief, as everybody knows. So at the end of the day, that is going to be a very interesting match. I don't believe we'll probably get a clear winner in this match, which will lead to the next SmackDown. But we'll definitely, it'll definitely be interesting to see. I'm curious to see how they'll end this match because I don't know if we'll get a clean victory. And I don't feel like we will get a clean victory. I feel like this will end at. I don't think this will end at WrestleMania, but I think Roman will possibly get his Ula Fala back at WrestleMania. I think this story is definitely going to continue and play out for years to come. But outside of the bloodline, man, we have one of the biggest returns in company history happening all 2025. I'm talking about some of y'all's guys and some of y'all hate him because we hear the boos and we hear the cheers. But John Cena, man, you love to hate him. You can't see me. The man himself, the man, the myth, the legend is returning for one last ride. So be sure to catch that all 2025. I will definitely be here covering that. John Cena, man, definitely a big supporter of the guy. I remember when I first was really getting into wrestling, John Cena was really getting on um, back then. And I know a couple of my guys that were into wrestling back then were really, really watching it because of him. And then they kind of tapped out, but you know it is what it is, man. We stuck with it. We still here, and we in the ride now. John Cena gets to face hopefully some of these guys that have been holding on to the company since his departure. I'd love to see him in action with guys like Seth and stuff like that. I did see that they had possibly a match with him coming up against Logan. I'm not sure if I'm very stoked about that. But hey, I'm sure John and Logan will definitely put on one hell of a match nonetheless. So, whatever it is John Cena does, I would definitely love to see him get in the ring one more time with CM Punk and definitely one more time with Randy Orton before he hangs it up. Those two matches are definitely on my list to see. I know they will be run back matches, but this is John Cena's last ride, and we got to do him right. If even if JBL or Kurt Angle, man, if they could come back for one more match, that would be cool too. I know Edge is over in the other company. So unfortunately, that wouldn't be the case. But it'd be cool to just see John have, not even a feud, but just one last match with these guys. It's nice. It's cool. Nice little storybook ending. That's just for nostalgia purposes. I know some people probably won't agree with what I said, but hey, one man's opinion. So but another great match, as some couple guys I was just speaking on, that'll be on Monday night. Seth freaking Rollins and CM Punk. I mean, what a feud and what a pipe bomb from CM Punk again on Monday night. These guys' way with words on the mic is just absolutely incredible. Some of the things they say, you're just like, oh my goodness. Um, but this match that they're gonna have against each other, I mean, the way these guys work in the ring, the way Seth puts on a performance in the ring, it just reminds you of a Shawn Michaels esque guy. And CM Punk is no slouch either. I know he gets hurt, but that's because he puts his body on the line. He does things, that some people won't do. And we're gonna see one hell of a match between these guys. And honestly, it may not end here. I don't think it ends here. I think these guys will fight again. But this is a great way to start the new year. This match is going to be one hell of a ride, and I just can't wait to see it. Another match that they have for this Monday night is going to be Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. This feud has been going on for a little while. It's been back and forth. Rhea, I feel like at this point is a last woman standing match, so I feel like now is the time for Rhea to reclaim her gold into the new year. I know Liv has had a great run on her little revenge tour, and me personally, I definitely was enjoying it. But I also enjoy Rhea Ripley. Um, Rhea Ripley is a wonderful champion. She did well as far as being a champion, and I think it's time for her to take back that gold. Um, I don't know what Liv Morgan would do next, and I just feel like Rhea's got to hold that into WrestleMania. Rhea's definitely a great worker in the ring. She's definitely deserving. Not to say Liv Morgan is not deserving, but it's Rhea's time. Rhea's gotta hold the weight of the universe, and I think she's gonna reclaim her gold. I think she will definitely when the ref says 10, I think she will be the one standing and Liv will be the one on the ground, unfortunately. But fortunately, at the end of the day, Liv, it's been a great run, but I think your tour ends here in 2025, January 6th on Netflix on the debut. Um, and then where do you go from here? I don't know. I think the entire faction of the Judgment Day starts to implode. We're already starting to see pieces crumble as we speak between these guys, and who knows, we may see Liv and Raquel team up and maybe go on a little tag team title hunt. And then maybe we'll have Raquel eventually turn on Liv, and we'll have Raquel be a prominent singles competitor, and Liv go back into the singles competitor again. There's a lot of options you could go with this. So we'll definitely tune in and stay clued into that. But the Judgment Day, they've had their run. It was good, it was cool, but Rhea's gone, Damien's gone, and I get it. Finn's there, and he's one hell of a star. Don't get me wrong. Finn can definitely hold down a faction. We saw it with the Bullet Club. Too sweet, but it's time. It's time to put a nail in the coffin. It's time to end it, and I think this is the start with Liv losing her. Or I mean, I feel like it already started when Finn and JD lost their tag team titles. I feel like that was and maybe that wasn't necessarily even the start. I feel like it may have even started before then, but that was definitely a fuel to the fire, and I believe this will just be added fuel to that fire right here when Liv loses her championship match. Another match that's also confirmed for this Monday night: Jay Uso, Mr. Main Event Jay, will be fighting Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has been coming for everybody in the bloodline, minus Solo Sikoa, who was in the original bloodline. Very interesting. Um, very, very interesting. I was reading something that they were saying that we could possibly see Drew try and form a faction with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Now, those are very interesting pieces to come together. Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Drew McIntyre together on the same page would be very interesting. But obviously, it would be for one reason to take out the bloodline. And who knows who they could recruit after that. We could see a very big, huge civil war could we see a full circle moment? Roman Reigns reclaims the Ulafala, everybody follows in line, and now we have Drew recruiting Kevin and Seth and who knows who else to go against the bloodline. And where would and I'd be curious to see where CM Punk and Sami Zayn fall in. Do they come into the feud and help out the bloodline, or do they just is that just stand in the back? Those are definitely going to be very interesting pieces, man. The bloodline is definitely going to be a very interesting storyline for years to come. And when I say years to come, I don't mean just 2025, 2026. I believe we're still going to be talking about the bloodline in 2027 and possibly 2028. This storyline that they have going on with Roman, Solo, and all them, there's so many pieces, there's so many members of this bloodline, people that haven't even been introduced yet. There's just so much they can do that I feel like this story will be forever ending. So it's gonna be great, and to me, I don't feel like it's gone stale. I feel like there's just so much going on that it's just it. There's parts where it's like, okay, we can get to the next chapter already, but it's definitely it definitely picks up steam when it needs to, and it's great. Paul Heyman's a great worker, and he does what he needs to do when he's there. Roman Reigns exceptional. Solo has been putting on, and man, Jacob Fatu is definitely my favorite member of the entire thing right now. I just love the way he works, everything about him in the ring. To me, I feel like even though Roman might be, the big dog, the bigger piece, the biggest guy, but to me, I feel like Jacob Fatu, honestly, he could be the guy to carry the Ulafala. He could be the guy. I'm just saying, man. Jacob Fatu for president. But I want to get into some other moving pieces. I don't want to really get back into the bloodline because we could ramble all day. Like I said, they're gonna go on to 2028. But man, I want to get into a big dog. I mentioned his name a little bit ago earlier. And I feel like he's going to be returning soon for the Royal Rumble in February 1st. Yes, I'm talking about the guy Randy Orton, man. I know Randy Orton was taken out by Kevin Owens by a banned by a banned WWE move, which obviously is no longer banned if they're using it. I mean, come on now, let's be serious. But Randy Orton, yeah, I feel like he's definitely going to be returning. We'll see some RKO's, we'll see some things going down. I don't think he's going to win the Royal Rumble by any means, but I definitely think he will be there. I definitely think his music will hit, and I definitely think he will be making his return. Another person that will be making a return very soon, and I believe it might even happen January 6th on Netflix. So stay tuned. Charlotte Flair. Yes. Charlotte Flair, she's been out of action for a long time at this point. I definitely believe she's due to return. I believe it's long overdue at this point. Where will she return? I believe Monday night on Netflix, January 1st. I'm sorry, January 6th. If we don't see her on the debut of Netflix, she will definitely be making her return 100% confirmed at the Royal Rumble. And if she doesn't, then I will say there is a serious, serious problem with Charlotte Flair. Something must not be medically cleared, and they're just not telling us this. But I do believe Charlotte will be back in the very, very near future. I'm talking about as close as this Monday night on Raw Netflix. With that being said, I am excited. I can't wait for this Monday on Netflix, January the 6th. It will be a 3 hour premiere. First time ever. I will be streaming this live on Twitch the entire time. I pray and I will put my hands up like Jacob that we get no streaming issues, no problems. Netflix, I know you've been trying to do these football shows and some other live things. I hope and I pray that you really fix those kinks and issues because this is big time. We're definitely gonna have a lot of eyes on this show. Raw on Netflix, huge. And I'm sure some names are gonna be coming up. But like I was saying, guys, make sure you catch me on Twitch. I will be live streaming Monday Night Raw from 8 to 11 o'clock. We'll probably start about 5. I'll start the stream maybe 5 minutes before Raw starts, and I'll pop up live maybe 2 minutes before we kick off to get things going. But until then, man, make sure y'all follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and anywhere else. Jefes World 523. That's the handle. We are there. And until next time, man, I will see y'all.